Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 5 minutes, so let's see what happens. I believe this one wants to... I was going to say I believe this one wants to break down through 25, and as I was saying that, it broke down through 25. So a little too slow there. That's all right. I'll keep an eye on it. Have an order at 129.50 to get short here for opening 500 shares. One up as high as 129.10. So at this point, I'm just going to go up to 130.50. So 130.50. That may have been my chance. We'll see what happens. Okay, I have an order at 131.50. One up as high as hit. There we go. Nice. So we'll look to build some more. Try for some up there at 133.50. See what this thing wants to do. My next order is at 133.50. Now it's pulling back here. So it decided to just give me 50 cents. Well, I'm always a great trader in hindsight. I was debating should I have just added some up over 132, and yes, I absolutely should have. But like I said, that's totally hindsight, but I'll take it. $250. Have an order at 134.75. Got up as high as 134 on the dot. Oh, and now pulling back. Let's see if it wants to give it another go. Again, 134.75. Now it's struggling at 134. All right, I'll keep an eye on it. All right, I think this one wants to at least go down and retest 133, if not go even lower. So let's see if it can break down through 133.50 to start things off. So added 500 more, so I'm at 1,000 right now. So let's see what this wants to do. Like I said, I think this thing's getting relatively top heavy for the time being. So all out there. And all out for another, was that over $250? So now up $558. We're 15 minutes in. $500 a day keeps the day job away, so I'm happy with that. Let's see what else I can find. I'm going to wrap up this video. I'm done trading, and I'm going to explain exactly why. And hopefully, maybe you can relate. If not, it happens. Maybe you're just a much better trader than I am, and that's very plausible. I don't think I'm that great of a trader, and maybe this is one of the reasons why. But I'm quite upset right now. And I was very, very wrong, and now I'm recognizing that emotion because I've been here before where I recognize emotion. I know I could have what? Well, I could have made a whole lot more money than what I actually did here on BYND. And also to just kind of factor in, one of the questions I get quite often is, hey Clay, how does your community work? How does that live trading chat room that you offer work? So let me show, and this is also going to serve as a purpose in terms of the example here of why I need to be done. Here is an alert that I made in the community, And the key dynamic here is more so the time at 9:46, because that kind of offers up the proof of what's going on here. But BYND looking top heavy meaning, well, if something's top heavy, more than likely probably getting ready to show some signs of weakness and to roll back over. So that's the context here. And again, take note at 9:16, or excuse me, take note at the time, not 9:16. The time was, I have no idea where 9:16 came from, 9:46. So 9:46 is when it was alerted. I just keep getting angrier and angrier seeing this, which lets me know that I'm making the right decision. So let's find where 9:46 is. So right there, and then looking down here at my time frames, you can see that I took the trade that I made, said it was looking top heavy, and you saw me do that whole trade there where I shorted and it rolled back over, and I got out at 133.75. And now you look at where the price currently is at, 125. Oh, like $8 less. $8 less. So you can see right there. And then the collapse has happened, and the collapse continues. So now 124. So, $9 less than where it was. And okay, to 122. Look at this. And yes, do you sense emotion in my voice? Absolutely. I am look at this thing. Now, am I saying I would have played it absolutely perfectly? No. But if I would have played it right, like some of my strategies that I do, I'd still have some shares. Would it have been all 1,000 shares? No, it wouldn't have been, so I'm not trying to imply that. But I would have still had at least 300-400 shares, maybe even 500 shares, and I could have made a whole lot more money. And is this going to get halted? Is BYND going to get halted? Let's see. Looking like it might get, and there is the halt. And now it's at 120 on the halt. You can't, this is why I love live trading. This is all unscripted. I didn't know that was going to happen. But the moral of the story here is, first off, yeah, I mean, that is how the chat room works. To think, I alerted it to members. So hopefully, members. I mean, for sure, I know some of them played it a whole lot better than I did. But the chat room was alerted up here. You saw the 946 looking top heavy. Top heavy meaning, yeah, is this thing about to roll over? And yes, it rolled over, but I totally screwed up the trade. I'm very upset now. I'm very frustrated. And I've learned through my experience that when this voice shows up, this emotion, whatever you want to call it, I always call them the voices in my head. But when these show up, I put myself in a very, very dangerous situation because I take my anger out on the market because I left so much profit on the table. I therefore want to get that profit, and then I potentially start to trade recklessly. And yeah, like if you've ever had that, if you've ever been tempted, maybe you've done it, you're not alone, and it's okay to be tempted. Right now, I am very tempted, but here's what's going to keep you in the game long term. Do you recognize that you're being tempted? Are you aware that you're being tempted? I like to name the voices in my head. So right now, the frustrated voice, the got to get that money back voice, the hey Clay, you're an idiot voice is knocking on the door, and it's trying to convince me to start to change things around, maybe get a little loose with my rules, maybe get a little fancy in the name of, well, you were so right, Clay, but you were so wrong in actually executing the proper strategy there. So go out there and let's get it back. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just talk about it here, hopefully turn this into a learning lesson, but that's why I need to be done. And at the end of the day, yeah, $500 in 15 minutes. Like I said, $500 a day keeps the day job away. So it's not like it was a bad morning, but I am very, very frustrated. I mean, literally, it got halted. BYND got halted, and it looks like it might set up or open up at 120. So as I talk out loud, I'm getting even more frustrated here because that's all, right now, $13 less than where it was when I exited out of the trade at 133.75, which is what you see right there. So again, just kind of in summary, it's okay to be tempted because we're human beings. Your emotions are always going to be there. And you can never quite eliminate the emotions, but what you have to learn how to do, what you have to get good at is identifying the temptation, identifying the emotions. That way, when you identify them and you know you're being tempted, well, you can fight back. The bad part is new people, new traders don't even understand. They don't even realize they're being tempted. They don't know that the voices have shown up. And then they do some really stupid things. Once again, I've been there before. So I'm not saying any of this like I have it all figured out and I've always had it all figured out. No, clearly I don't, because as you see right here, if you've never traded before, I realize that right now I sound like a nutcase. But I don't know, do this. If you ever traded with real money, can you at least comment in this comment section? Let new people know that I'm not a nutcase. Let people know that when you have real money on the line, emotions are a very real thing. greed, frustration, stress, panic, hesitation. I mean, can you let people know in the comment section that I'm not a total psycho? Because I get it. If you've never put any real money into the market, this doesn't quite make sense, but I promise you, as soon as you get real money in the market, you're going to have all sorts of emotions and such that show up. So yes, your assistance would be very, very welcomed in terms of leaving that in the comment section. For those of you that have experience and have traded, and I get it for the armchair traders. Yes, I screwed up the trade, hence me confessing all this. I know I could have done better, but I figure, you know what, let's turn my screw up here into a little learning lesson. Now, if you are interested in getting those alerts that I mentioned and showed as far as BYND is concerned, just go to claytrader.com/team. And really the question becomes $99 for 3 months. The way to look at that is, because that breaks down to $8.25 per week. So do you believe that the service can help you make more than $8.25 per week? If you believe the service can make you more than $8.25 per week, then yeah, you'll get a great return on your investment. So that's kind of the way, that is the way to look at that, is because that's what you're doing. You're making an investment into yourself, but you got to make sure that you get something in return. So that's really what it breaks down to. Do you think that this service, do you think that alerts like you saw there can help you make more than $8.25 per week? If you do, then hopefully you decide to sign up. There is a mobile app too, so it's not like you have to change your computer or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. I'd love to have you part of the community. If nothing else though, and you enjoyed these videos, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And again, please, can you leave me a comment down below? Let people know that emotions and all that stuff, it really does exist. And when you put real money on the line, they will come out to visit you. Like I said, I appreciate your cover fire and letting others know that I'm not a total psychopath, because these emotions are very real. But yeah, I'm done for the day. I am officially no longer mentally suitable to be putting my money on the line, and it is what it is. And BYND is open, and now it's at 119. It is what it is. Once final time, because it's the most important part. It's fine to be tempted. It's fine to have emotions come up, but can you recognize those emotions? Because if you can recognize them, then you can fight back against them. And at this point, by me just saying that I'm done trading for the day, that's just my way of fighting against this voice, because yeah, I am in no suitable spot mentally to be trading. So hopefully you learned something, but like I said, hit that like button, leave a comment below. Thanks for hanging out. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up, as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.